YouTubers? Here's Joe Kersey. Well, no, that's not Joe Kersey. Those are a bunch of plastic takeaway dishes that are used as, things that you can put food in. Joe Kersey here on Tuesday. Man, it seemed like Saturday all day. Tuesday, September 12th at 17:55 in the afternoon Eastern Time. Liz sent me over food and all these things over the last few months. Well, 2 months anyway. And as I may have mentioned the other night, maybe in my video, she basically said, "You've got to wash these things or else." So I washed them today. And while I was at it, I also washed my stuff. Looky here, there's no crap. There's no crap in the sink. I even wiped down the top of the stove. So I'm feeling very pleased with myself. So along with that little bit of seeking after cleanliness and tidiness, there were a couple of, how shall we say, less than salubrious looking pieces of food in the refrigerator, which is kind of unusual for me, but nonetheless, they were there. And I thought, I don't want these things sitting in there for 3 weeks while I'm going to go to the United Kingdom. So I tossed those over the hillside for the animals, which I'm sure they'll be very happy to have some of that. But there wasn't that much, obviously. There's never that much. But that's now, given that I'm, cooking for one, happening a little bit more often than what I'd like, but that's what's happening. Man, my back is just cracking around like mad right now. I don't know why. Anyway, I apologize for not shaving for y'all, but this morning, actually, no, I can't. I'd have to go back and see when it happened, but it probably actually happened more around. I don't know, it happened sometime between the time I got up and the time I'm talking to you now. Tony Pitchen and I ended up talking on Skype for probably about, not quite an hour, which is really unusual for us on a Tuesday, because he has to work on, today. So he had gotten up from his sleep. He's got this god awful sleep. I piss and moan about my sleep schedule. No. This, I've got nothing on this guy. This guy is. I'm surprised the guy hadn't gone insane. But so we got talking about various things. Our forthcoming trip together, of course, and some things going on in my life, and some things going on in his life, and not so much things in his life so much as in mine. And it's always good to talk with Tony. Of course, you get laughing and carrying on. Yeah, so that's. I think one of the redeeming things about the two of us is we more or less have similar senses of humor. And similar, and as well, I'm not a big, I've never bought into the thesis that you have to have similar interests to be friends with somebody. In fact, I find it more interesting actually sometimes to not have, to learn from another fellow about stuff, But Tony and I do have very similar interests, and in terms of what we like. Well, no, not so much what we like to read. We like to read theology, But other than that, no, he's very much into fantasy and this and science fiction, and I could care shit. I'm completely indifferent to that kind of stuff. But but we get along. I guess the point is we get along. We like good beer. We like to go to the Church of England. There it is. Okay. So that was an unexpected little pleasure today. Thank you, Tony, for that. I needed that. Along the lines of needing that, I'm not going to get into that in detail today. Certainly, at some point, maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Maybe I won't have to. But, but what I did not need today in any way, shape, or form was my ex-wife calling me. Well, and there's nothing wrong with her calling me, because when she calls me, it's generally okay. We have a very nice conversation. But today it was like she had seen one of these things in the dispatch. I mean, the Columbus Dispatch may as well be the new version of the English Bible as far as my ex-wife's concerned. Basically, whenever she sees anything in the Columbus Dispatch, it's taken as like truth, with the capital T-R-U-T, all in capital letters, and almost like revealed truth. And today's bit of revealed truth in the Columbus Dispatch was a woman named Sarah Kersey. Well, I don't know. I mean, off and on over the years, I've seen, there's probably about 4 or 5 now groups of Kerseys in the Columbus area. I believe actually at some point I did see the name Sarah Kersey. And we're talking like 20 years ago, 15 years ago. I don't know. I mean, she's is she related to you? I said, I don't know. I probably, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th cousin. I said, if you're talking about like immediate family, like up to 3rd cousins, no. Okay. Well, it seems that Sarah Kersey has been nominated for one, in the semifinals of one of the, local heroes. Well, first of all, heroes is an overused word. But apparently, she's a hero, or a would-be hero, since she's only nominated for it. Because she works for, at a camp with some of these unfortunate kids, And, okay, fine. I don't know if that raises you to the level of damn hero, but okay, that's nice of her to do that, and I guess it's all charitable work on her part, so okay, fine. Good for her. Excellent. But I don't know her. Well, we established that fairly swiftly during this phone call. But that wasn't quite enough to establish the fact that I had taken cognizance of that. So I just put her on speaker and set her on the damn table so I could at least roam around and do stuff while she's talking at me. And the speaker was working unusually good today on the iPhone. Yay, iPhone. iPhone SE, yay. And so the gist was, well, just repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And so after a while, it just becomes so oppressive. And I'm remembering back to when we were married and going through the divorce, and I'm thinking, I just, I thought I was done with this. I really thought I was done with this. I really, really thought I'll never have to do that again. Well, it's all voluntary on my part now, of course. But the last few interactions we've had haven't been like that. But I was like, oh, Jesus, it's like I was having a flashback. And so then she launched into, the Aquarian or Equian or whatever that damn thing is with the Yahoo this or the cacking here and there or some damn thing. The credit card or the credit reports or something. Equifax, I don't know what they're calling it. And just, okay, just, okay. Well, what led into that was, she tried to order something over the phone. I said, why don't you just go online? Because she'd ordered from this company before. I mean, they knew her. She was an established customer. How do you do that? I said, you open a browser, Safari or Chrome. Those are the two that are on your computer. And just type in something that sounds like the name, and you'll see a menu, and you find the one that's what you want. And you click on it, and then you... But then you're going to want my credit card number. I said, how the hell do you think you're going to pay for the purchase? Oh, I don't want them to have. I said, if you call them on the phone, you'd give them the credit card number, wouldn't you? And then I realized, wait a minute. And I thought, then I realized, wait a minute, Joe. Wait a minute, Joe. You are actually expecting this to become a rational exchange. I make this rookie mistake all the time because I'm always assuming that if I try to help somebody, they're going to listen to me and actually try to work with me. No, wrong. No. You'd think that after now well over 50 years of experience with women, whether I love them or not, or we're married to them or not, or we're screwing them or not, I'd have figured that out. No! Joe is still a rookie in so many areas of his life, and that is one of them. And of course, I finally said to her, I said, look, I'm sitting here like this. I got the phone here, I got the phone here. I've got it right next to me, and I'm going, oh, geez, I'm trying not to invoke the Prince of Peace. I'm trying not to invoke the Prince of Peace. And I said, look. I said, I really do not need this in my life right now. I mean, I don't need to hear about Sarah Kersey. I don't need to hear about your problems using the computer to order something. It sounds to me like you ordered it anyway on the phone, so what's the problem? I said, I just don't need this right now. I said, I just don't need this right now. Well, and then it's like nothing I said registered. She just kept going on. I said, look. I said, I'm damn near a fucking mental breakdown right now because of being in love with this guy from Australia, and I don't know how to fucking deal with it. And I'm trying my best to deal with it. And I said, I really don't need you laying this crap on me right now. It's like, I could have just said I took a good crap this morning and wiped my ass and it was okay. It's like nothing registered with her. Well, I don't want to discuss this with her anyway, but just like, it's like, so there it was on that. So I said, look, I just can't continue on with this because I'm just not in the right state to carry on with this. I'm going to say something really awful and regrettable if you push me to this. So I said, bye-bye. Shh. I rarely have ever hung up. Well, I won't say that because I have, but that hasn't been in years because we generally been getting along well, But during the divorce, there was a lot of hang-ups on both sides on that. But it was decades ago. I mean, that was in 1980. Good Lord, that's getting on near 47 years now. How time flies. So, yeah. So we'll see what happens here with with the guy I love, and I hope that doesn't end. Hope that doesn't end, but. If it does end, then it depends on how it ends. And if it ends gently and courteously, no problem. No problem. If it ends gently and courteously. But it has to end in some sort of communicative way without it just has to end in some sort of communicative way without weeks-long silences. Let those with ears hear, and the only ears that need to hear that are 8,000 miles away. Just bear in mind, I love you more than I ever thought I could love. I never thought I'd fall in love with somebody, but I love you. Oh, look, a video is ended by being directed to just one person. Alrighty, folks. That's about enough of that right now. So I will say bye-bye, YouTube.